Zach Lewis, 6'3" point guard out of Iona College, living to expire, dreaming. I'm here to show the youth that a regular kid can make it, a regular kid can do this. I want to share my story. I want y'all to understand what I've been through and let y'all know that y'all can do it too. It's just work. Hear me out. Listen to my story. And favorite player of all time is definitely Allen Iverson. He's been somebody I've always looked up to on and off the court. Just his swagger on the court, but also his attitude and mindset off the court.
I don't want to be Michael Jordan. I don't want to be Magic. I don't want to be Bird or Isaiah. I don't want to be any of those guys. You know, when my career is over, I'm going to look in the mirror and say I did it my way.
The guy from Connecticut that I would view as a role model is definitely Aaron Jackson. He went to Northwest Catholic just like myself. He's a point guard, and he's had a successful career overseas. They love him over there. He actually finished up in China. Now he did the postseason with the Rockets, but just his career overseas, the way he carries himself as a man it's something that I want to do down the line, and I aspire to be just like him. And I mean, he's obviously proven himself to be a great player, but also a great person off the court.
For the love of the city, all my niggas on the block, 12 o'clock when you're willing, fuck 12 in the cop, they want to see me in the cage, I'd rather see me in the break.
This summer I've been working out with Dave Pavey of the Speed Center, and it's definitely been one of my most challenging summers for sure, because we just really been focusing on my weaknesses and make me more of a complete athlete rather than working on being a basketball player.
So with Zach, we've been working on a lot of his fundamental movement patterns, absolutely improving his flexibility, which was definitely a hindrance to him progressing as a next level athlete, teaching him the best way to maintain his own flexibility when he's not here. So when he's overseas, when he's at home, gave him a nice little morning routine to work on that kind of targeted a lot of his issues that he could work on his own. The reason that there's a twofold reason we're using this much weight. Right. One, to hold you in that lean, right, and control that center of mass the entire time, and you get instant feedback. If you strike the wrong, if you're rolling nice and smooth and everything's running smooth, and you put your foot down in the wrong spot, you feel the loss of power. Right. Does that make sense? Like that's what you're feeling. You pop up, you feel the loss of power. So there's feedback there.
Throughout my college career, I've always just been focused on the court, not so much in the weight room. So to spend this time, as much time as I have, this off season really focusing on my body, my single leg balance, my flexibility, my speed, and all of those things. It's been a challenge, but it's been something that I could feel myself getting better, and I think I'm ready to go overseas. Winning the MAAC championship this year, it really was a dream come true. It was a lot of hard work. At points during the season, I didn't really see my end goal. I didn't see the vision anymore, just because of the adversity you go through. Sometimes it brings you off the course that you have playing for yourself. But I'm fortunate. I'm blessed enough to get through that adversity and really come out on top, winning the championship, being the MVP. And it's something personally I've always dreamed of. I remember my freshman and sophomore year playing alongside someone like Billy Barron. It was just like, he a star. So I'm watching him. I'm learning from him, seeing what to do, seeing how to elevate my game and get there. And although he never won a MAAC championship, he was two-time MAAC MVP, clearly the best player in the league at the time. And he carried himself with professionalism, and he's just really a good guy. That was the biggest part about Billy that I took from him and was able to bring with me even to this day, just being a high character guy and knowing that good things will work out because of it.
You began your career in the MAAC, left, and now come back and win a MAAC championship. What is that whole journey like for you right now?
Oh, man, honestly, it's crazy. I remember being a freshman going against AJ English, Sean Armand, everybody. So, I mean, to have this moment, this is the craziest moment I ever felt. So it's amazing.
Winning the MVP was important to me only because I feel like it was a validation to myself. I feel like I showed myself that I could do it. I felt like after getting that award, after seeing everything I worked for finally come true, it kind of opened up the door for myself to say, listen, you got the blueprint, you got the formula.
Twisting up another. Dogie dribbles between the circles, hands to Lewis. Lewis throws up a floater for Dogie on the lob and slams it in.
Zachary growing up. Zachary was a pretty special kid growing up. He was the youngest son. He was our youngest child. And he always wanted to do what his bigger brothers did, especially with basketball. And I remember one incident where he came in the house crying because his brother wouldn't give him the ball. And so his dad said to him, well, you have to find a way to take it. And I guess that's what he did because it made him better. Yeah, but he was a special kid. He was always kind, always loved his mom, and always strong-willed and determined.
Watching Zach grow up has really been an adventure. Actually watching him go from a young boy playing against his brothers out in the driveway to watch him mature through the game, it make huge strides along the way. That he's actually come further than we ever thought he really could go. The lucky thing for us is Zach had a dream and determination, and from just a little boy of 5 years old, he stuck to it. He's very hard-headed and determined, so when he makes up his mind he's going to do something, regardless of the circumstances, he's able to get it done. And basketball is just one of those, another thing that tells us that he can do whatever he wants to do.
I really thought he was coming into his own. He could be a real D1 athlete. I went to a couple of his, I go to all his high school games. Him and Karan Iverson actually were playing with each other. They were teammates all the way through. And, you know, everybody at Buzz coming to see Karan, whatever. But I always was like, yo, y'all better watch this kid, Zach. You know what I mean? So I watched him play, you know, he played JV in varsity. And for a kid who can actually put up 30, 40 points by halftime in the JV game, and then go sit varsity and put up 9, 10, 12 points with the older kids, I was like, man, this kid's going to be all right. And then when we played our first AAU game where we were kind of depleted in players because a couple people were hurt, and Zach actually went out and had a 40-point game, you know, versus another high-level program. And that was like, you know, that was like, I know he was coming into his own a little bit, and I was like, yeah, you know, this kid could really have a chance, you know, to do something with himself.
In school, getting my education, it was more of an expectation than anything, just because I saw what my brothers were doing. They were so successful. One of my brothers works on Wall Street. One of my brothers about to be a doctor. Like, to see stuff like that is easy to follow the mode. It's easy to want to be something like that. And it was just, if you want to be successful, my parents always tell me, just follow what your brothers are doing. And they've been great role models to me. And now it's time for me to pass that on to somebody else. And that's why I want to help the youth. That's why I want to inspire people younger than me, because it's possible. at just following the blueprint and doing what you have to do to be successful.
I had always preached to Zachary that education was, your father and I both preached that education was the avenue out, and having a skill set, playing basketball, being a basketball player, just gave you an advantage as far as not having to pay for that education. So we always preached during the summer to ensure that you took courses and make sure you graduated and you took advantage of the opportunities that a Division I scholarship afforded you.
When I'm done playing basketball, I'm really looking to become a NBA skills basketball trainer, as well as work with high school guys, college guys, professional guys overseas. Like nowadays, you see on social media, you see this guy Handle Life taking over the game. You see Chris Brickley, Jordan Lawley, and Tyler Ruff. Those are just a couple trainers that you could tell have really impacted basketball, not only in America, but across the water. You see them in China doing their thing as well. And that's something I really aspire to do and I aspire to be. Those guys they're changing the game. They're inspiring the youth. And Handle Life especially, he's bringing a whole different culture to the game. And that's something down the line when I'm done playing professionally that I want to have. I want to have that impact on Connecticut. I want to be able to help the kids on the East Coast, because a lot of stuff they do is West Coast. You see them flying out to L.A. All the pros always want to be in L.A. And that's something I want to bring to Connecticut. I think Connecticut doesn't have a guy like that to bring the level of expectation of basketball up, to raise the bar for players to become pros, to have a place to go, to stay out of trouble, to get off the streets and always just be in the gym training. And there's a way out through basketball. You can make it to college. You can make your family proud. You could go to school for free. You could get an education all through basketball. And that's something that I really aspire to do. I want to inspire the youth. I want to teach them that through basketball you could do many things. You could open up doors for others. And for me, if I could do that in Connecticut, it would be great. That's my passion. That's the plan I have for the state. And right now I'm just carrying it out. So definitely follow my story.
And one thing Coach always told us is basketball is the purest thing we have. And if you work hard, we're going to get something out of it. And it's got the trophy, so.
Bro. Surgical Summer 18, man. We getting to it. You already know what we on, man.